Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive? We're going to be exploring this essay by Joseph Aminian about using mindfulness to transform yourself.
Yeah.
Like your whole self, mind, body, spirit, all that.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting because Aminian goes beyond just like the absence of illness, right? He talks about holistic health.
Okay, so what exactly does that mean?
It's like this dynamic state where everything is balanced.
Everything.
Yeah. He lays out 4 key dimensions:
Okay, I'm listening.
physical vitality, mental clarity, emotional resilience,
Okay, keep going. I like this.
and spiritual grounding.
Okay, so it's all connected.
Exactly. Think of it like a mobile,
Right.
like perfectly balanced.
Okay, I can see that.
But if one part is off,
Uh-oh.
the whole thing gets messed up, right?
Makes sense.
So like imagine you're not taking care of your physical health.
Okay,
You might feel super sluggish, right?
for sure.
Which then impacts your mental clarity,
Right, less focus.
and that makes it way harder to deal with stress.
Okay, I'm following you.
And all that emotional strain can affect your relationships.
Whoa, so it really is all connected.
It really is.
It's a chain reaction.
Yeah, exactly. And so,
So we need to find that balance
yeah, that sweet spot.
for everything to work together.
Exactly.
So while we're talking about all this balance,
Yeah.
I want you listening to think about those 4 dimensions.
Mhm,
Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual.
Yeah.
Which one do you feel is your strongest?
Yeah. Good question.
And where could you maybe use a little more focus?
And the great thing about Aminian is he doesn't just like throw these ideas at us.
Right.
He actually gives us steps to actually like achieve this balance.
Love that. Give it to me straight.
Listening to your body, sharpening mental clarity,
Okay, more. Go.
cultivating emotional awareness, and fostering spiritual health.
Okay, those are some seriously actionable words.
Right.
But what do they really look like,
Yeah.
in our daily life? Like, how can we actually do these things?
So listening to your body, it could be as simple as taking a break to stretch
Okay.
when you feel tense at your desk. Or
Yeah.
maybe you're hitting that afternoon slump
Well, you see,
and you realize you just need a glass of water.
not more coffee.
Exactly. It's about being in tune with your body.
Like really listening.
Exactly.
And how about sharpening mental clarity?
Yeah,
So does that mean I finally have to tackle that pile of papers on my desk?
it could.
Oh.
But it could also be about like creating a dedicated workspace
Okay.
where you have no distractions.
That sounds nice.
Or maybe trying some deep breathing exercises
Right.
to clear your head.
Okay, love it.
It's about finding what works for you.
Okay, those sound good.
Yeah.
But emotional awareness,
Yeah.
that feels a little harder.
It is more internal.
Yeah.
But it's super important.
Oh, yeah.
So cultivating emotional awareness could mean journaling
Okay.
to understand your emotional patterns,
Yeah.
or talking to a friend you trust, or a therapist,
Right.
or even practicing mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
Yeah.
There's that word again.
Right. It keeps popping up.
And speaking of things that keep coming up,
Yeah.
Aminian also talks about fostering spiritual health.
Yeah.
So what does that even mean?
It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself.
Okay, I like that.
This could be spending time in nature,
Yeah.
volunteering,
Mm-hmm.
even practicing gratitude,
Yep.
finding what gives you meaning.
So we've got these 4 areas to work on,
Right.
and we have some ways to approach them.
Yeah.
But really, why should we even bother with all this?
Great question. Well, besides feeling more balanced,
Yeah.
Aminian talks about increased productivity,
Okay.
improved well-being, stronger relationships,
Okay. I'm listening.
and even a sense of sustainable prosperity.
Hey, so you're telling me that my inner peace is connected to my outer success.
Kind of, yeah.
That sounds almost too good to be true.
I know it does, but there's
That's all.
actually a lot of science that backs this up.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So one of the things Aminian talks about is interoception.
What?
Interoception.
That's a new one.
It's basically your ability to sense signals from your body.
So like knowing when I'm hungry
Yeah, exactly.
or tired
Exactly.
or like when my heart is racing
Yeah, like knowing why it's racing.
because I'm nervous or something.
Right. It's like that inner awareness.
Like an internal radar system
Exactly.
for my body. Okay.
Yeah, and there's research on this.
Really?
Yeah, so this study by Farb and his colleagues in 2015,
Okay.
they found that mindfulness practices,
Okay.
like meditation, can actually enhance interoception.
Wait, so mindfulness can like boost my internal radar system.
That's exactly what it's saying.
Okay, this is getting really interesting.
Right.
I want to hear more.
So this enhanced awareness can then lead to better emotional regulation
Okay.
and better mental well-being overall.
So mindfulness gives us superpowers.
Huh? Kinda?
I like it. Tell me more.
So it's not just about like feeling calmer, It's about how this awareness impacts other areas of your life.
Like a domino effect.
Exactly. You feel better, and then you have better relationships.
More success.
Yeah, all that stuff Aminian talks about.
So is there research on that too?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like what?
So there's this study from 2022 by Lima Araujo
Okay.
and their team, and they found that even a short mindfulness program can improve interoceptive awareness.
So it's like building a muscle.
Exactly. The more you practice, the better you get.
This is really cool. I'm totally on board with this interoception thing now.
Right. It's pretty fascinating.
But what about the other benefits Aminian mentions, like the productivity and prosperity stuff?
Yeah. So there's this study from 2023 by Chowdhury and his team that I think really shows this connection between well-being and good things happening in the world.
Okay. Tell me more.
They were looking at holistic well-being.
Okay.
But get this, they were studying it in the context of neglected tropical diseases in Nigeria.
Wow, that's a tough situation.
It is.
So what do they find?
Well, they had these community-led support groups that use this holistic approach.
Okay.
Mindfulness and emotional awareness and all that.
Right.
And they found that these groups really helped people.
Like they felt better.
Yeah, way better. Their resilience was higher, and their well-being improved a lot.
Wow. So even in a really difficult situation, focusing on well-being can make a huge difference.
It really can. And that's what Aminian is talking about, right?
Yeah, like it's not just about us.
It's about everyone.
And that brings us to Aminian's call to action.
Yeah, he's basically saying the journey starts within.
Okay.
It's about the small changes we make every day.
I love that.
Me too. It's not overwhelming.
Right. It's doable.
Totally. And he even gives us some questions to think about.
Okay, what are they?
He asks, what areas of your life feel out of balance?
That's a good one.
And what steps can you take today to start healing from within?
Those are really powerful questions.
They are, and I think it's worth taking the time to really consider them.
Because like Aminian says, the answers are inside us.
Right. It's like he's giving us a map.
And saying, go explore.
Exactly. Find your own path.
I love that. And it's not about finding some perfect destination.
It's about the journey.
Yeah, exactly.
And trusting ourselves.
Wow, this whole conversation has been so eye-opening.
It really has.
It's like Aminian has given us this whole new way to think about well-being.
Right, it's not just about physical health anymore.
Right. It's our minds, our emotions, and even our connection to something bigger.
Yeah. And what I love is that it gives us the power to take action.
We're not just waiting around hoping things will get better.
We're making them better.
Yeah.
By focusing on ourselves.
Exactly. And it's not about reaching some finish line.
It's about those daily choices we make.
Yeah. And those little shifts in perspective.
That add up to big changes.
It's like Aminian is saying, we all have this potential inside us.
And we can unlock it.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
This is so inspiring.
It is. And it's not about being perfect.
It's about embracing the journey.
And trusting that we can create positive change.
In ourselves.
And in the world.
I love that.
So now we want to hear from you.
Yes. We've talked about Aminian's ideas.
And the science behind it all.
Now it's your turn.
To connect the dots.
So here's a final question for you to think about.
Okay.
If you could master one aspect of holistic health.
Physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual.
Which would you choose and why?
What feels most important to you right now?
Think about it.
Yeah, really take some time to reflect.
And remember, the journey starts today.
It does.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Keep exploring and keep unlocking your potential.
You know what's really striking me about this conversation?
What's that?
It's like Aminian has given us this totally new perspective on well-being.
Yeah, like a new lens to see it through.
Exactly. It's not just about physical health anymore.
It's way more than that.
Right. It's about our minds, our emotions, our connection to something bigger.
Yeah, and what I really love is that it's not passive. You mean like we're not just sitting around waiting to feel better?
Exactly. Aminian's saying we can actually do something.
You can take action.
Yes. We have the power to cultivate well-being from within.
I love that it's so empowering.
It really is.
And it's not about being perfect or reaching some end goal.
It's about making those small changes every day.
Right. Those little choices that add up over time.
Like those little shifts in perspective.
Exactly.
It's like Aminian is saying, hey, we all have this incredible potential inside us.
Just waiting to be unlocked.
And it's never too late to start tapping into it.
That's such a hopeful message.
It really is. It's not about beating ourselves up for not being perfect.
It's about embracing the journey.
And trusting that we can create positive change.
In ourselves and in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we've explored Aminian's ideas.
And we've talked about the science.
But now we want to hear from you.
Yeah, it's your turn to connect the dots.
So we're going to leave you with one final question to ponder.
Okay.
If you could master just one aspect of holistic health,
physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual.
which would you choose?
And why?
What resonates with you the most right now?
What feels most important?
Really take some time to think about it.
Yeah.
And remember, the journey starts today.
It does.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into holistic health.
It's been a pleasure exploring this with you.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep unlocking your potential.
We'll see you next time.